coming in, the first visuals of which that we're getting in from the Andamans, wherein which, of course, we've been told that the Indian Navy has deployed 4 ships to evacuate as many as 800 tourists who are stranded there at the Andaman and Nicobar Havelock Island due to heavy rains. These are the first shots that we're getting you, the nature of weather there that is being experienced. Heavy rains lashing the islands. All air services, including helicopter services, have been suspended. The tourists have been advised now not to sail to even nearby islands. That's the nature of rough weather, the rough sea there at the islands as well. These first images here playing out for you right here on NewsX. The tourists have been advised not even to sail to nearby islands. The warning signal that has now been issued in all ports and sea exit routes. With 800 tourists there who are currently stranded. Remember, this is high tourism season. This is in the build-up to the Christmas and New Year season there as well. But this is the nature of weather there that they're facing in the Havelock Highlands there in the Andamans after heavy rains lashed the islands. We have with us our assistant editor, Ashish, getting us further updates on this. Ashish.
Well, Sahar, these are the first pictures from Havelock Island near Port Blair. I would like to inform our viewers that this particular island, which is the most famous island in and around the Port Blair, a series of islands, is approximately 25 nautical miles away east of Port Blair. And the pictures actually help us understand that how bad the weather there is, and that's the reason. As I speak, I just spoke to some of the top sources in the Port Blair Navy's command. What they tell me is that they have not been able to begin the evacuation operation as yet. So this is the intensity of the situation, that despite Navy having deployed 4 ships, INS Bitra, Kumbhir, and there are 2 more ships of Indian Navy that have been deployed since today early morning, but they have not been able to start the evacuation operation only because of the bad weather. The sea state, which basically reflects the intensity and the bad weather as far as the sea waves are concerned, that is extremely high. And other than naval ships, the commercial ships and the ferry boats which operate between Port Blair and the Havelock Island, they have completely suspended their operations. Okay. More than 800 tourists are stranded there.
Absolutely. So, Ashish, this being a clear sign that the weather has only got more rough. While there were plans of evacuation, that haven't been gone ahead with either because the weather getting more rough. Is there a fear here that the depression could turn into a cyclone? What are your sources in the Met Department telling you?
See, basically, the cyclonic warning was given for next 48 hours, and the warning was given yesterday. So at least for next 24 hours, the deep depression will continue. And not only that, the heavy rains have become the biggest problem. And that's the reason why the tourists stranded there have not been able to take shelters. And although there are few hotels and a few temporary shelters, both by the Navy and the civic administration have been provided to the stranded tourists there, but that is not sufficient for more than 800 tourists. Remember, it's just an island, it is not a mega city, and that's the reason why Navy had to quickly move 4 ships. The names of the ships are, as I mentioned, first is INS Kumbhir, the second ship is INS there is one LCH 38 as well. So total 4 ships of Indian Navy, INS Bitra, INS Bangaram, INS Kumbhir have been deployed, but they have not been able to start the evacuation operation.
Let's keep our fingers crossed there, Ashish. Let's hope that the evacuation process could start well in time before much delay. Thanks for those details. They're coming in. We'll have to leave it at that.